Dynamite, FTK, Banquet of Millions. Yeah, this was a very interesting surprise, even for me. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on us content. We have your 7 p.m. Refined Gaming Case Tournament breakdown here. And I gotta tell you, there were some interesting surprises for this event. Some beyond my expectations. So we had 4 Snake Eyes decks in the top 16, which actually isn't that surprising. I mean, Snake Eyes is the very strong deck that you want to be seeing. You know, it is the meta, if you will. We also had 4 Tenpai decks. So both of the very strong contenders are fighting it out here to actually kind of showcase what the meta actually is capable of doing. No real shocker there. And then, of course, we had 2 Yubel decks. Ah, yes, the golden standard, if you will, out here for the future. And then we also have Chimera Illusion. We have had a lot of interesting Chimera Illusion discussions, actually. This deck still is sticking around. It's still doing some very strong things, and it is not going to stop anytime soon. The deck is here to stay. Centurion still pulling off some impressive feats out here. I think that if you're planning on playing anytime soon, you do need to be fully aware that Centurion is back and what it's capable of doing. Labyrinth also having a good showing. You gotta love back row oriented control decks. Still doing good. Tier Elements, also as a shocker, was kind of starting to feel around out here. It had a little bit of success kind of everywhere. We also had Water. Hey, Mermail. You know, the first one had Sharks and Mermails. It would also appeal that more Mermails are back. And the Master Duel Special, the DD Dynamite FTK, being able to high roll and end your opponent's dueling career with Banquet of Millions, ripping away their extra deck, getting that forced turn skip. I was so shocked to see it, but I loved every minute of it. Let's pass on over to deck list. So starting things off here, winning our event is none other than the power of Snake Eyes. Main decking them Ghost Ogres, as you should be. I see that we are actually extending all the way out here with the Triple Deception. I mean, but of course, right? It is the heart and soul of the deck. Main decking 45 cards. Of course, the Triple Engraver, as it should be. We are side decking the Aerial Leader. I still love this, by the way. I still think this is a very cute idea. And of course, everything is just Metal Tyrannus Go. Okay. Hello, Chimera. We once again get the chance to see Diabolica out here as this little tech choice, which I'm still a little bit on the fence about this, but it did work out, so, you know, I can't necessarily hate this. We are doing the one Fiendsmith track, which is fine. Book of Eclipses for board control, as per usual. And of course, we're still doing that Dark Fusion with that adjusted gold. Like, that is such a weird thing to be seeing, but it just so happens to work out, and I like that. Okay, what else we cooking back here? Ooh, we have Tenpai for you. Triple Fool Wars with the 2 Peruli in the main deck. That's fine. Playing 2 Regeki, 2 Forbidden Droplet. I still think that having the larger amount of droplets, in my opinion, is probably going to be more worthwhile. Hello, Quackimera Drago, side decking the Druis Worm, and of course the full control options of everybody's favorite crossout designator, just to punish the opponent. Okay, what else? Ooh, hello. So we're back on the 2 Deception build out here. A little bit of something spicy, for sure. Hey, if you can cut down your ratios and try to, you know, make it so you don't dead draw certain cards all that often, I can't hate on it, all right? Like, it definitely opens up the door. Once again, we're side decking that Aerial Leader. I feel like some people out here were just testing out some very interesting ideas, and it did end up working out in their favor, which is good. Oh, hello, 666, all the Mulch Armies, 1 Fodder, the 2 Genroku, pretty normal. 4 Board Breakers, but of course, and of course, side decking the Drago, Book of Eclipses for the defensive options. More of the form of Board Breakers here, as you would kind of be expecting. Nothing wrong with that. No Regekis, though. Still choosing to play the Dark Holes, I think, ends up working out in their favor, but outside of that, some very cute stuff, for sure. Alright, hello, Fiendsmith. We're main decking your triple crossouts as you should be. Doing the 2 engraver versus the 1 lacrima. Once again, I mean, if you're cutting down on ratios, you're still playing 44. Still is a little bit packed, but you know, if you do get the most of your combo is going to be starting off anyway. So drawing the engraver, I guess, can just feel like a dead brick somewhere along the way. Also, thrust for full value. Hey, it's standard is a standard B. We have more Tenpai for you here. Actually, main decking. I love the fact they're main decking 1 chicken game with 2 crossouts. So like, hey, you know, if we do have to play the chicken game out here, I'll go ahead and I'll take this chance. It's also a free draw 1. This just feels interesting. Actually playing the 2 Perulias, which is fine. Main decking triple nib. I don't like nib this format at all, but if you don't have access to other hand traps, you know, if you do see the nib, it'll be good enough. Also 2 droplet triple Regeki. Interesting ratios. We do have more Fiendsmith for you here. Man, this is, or excuse me, yeah, more Ubel. Triple Spirit with 2 Nightmare Pain with the 1 track. So a lot of people kind of flirting around with the idea of trying out, you know, triple track, which, I mean, that does track. It is a good card. Being able to do the fusion summon generically definitely helps out. Outside of that, I don't see anything else too crazy, but that's your top 8 very, very strong meta. Let's get into the more fun options here. This is actually my list that I was borrowing and testing from the last Kong's tournament. Cutting the 1 Genroku versus 2 Fadra, I'll be honest with you, I didn't miss the 2nd Genroku at all. I like this. Maybe a little bit too heavy on the board breakers. Probably I'm going to swap back the call by to leave Magna Hut in the main. The Kashtira stuff was also pretty gosh darn good. Also the 1 filler here. Maybe a Promethean Princess would be cool. This Typhon was very, very strong. Alright. Ooh, we also have more Fiendsmith, playing the Birch for the extender if need be. Sure. Good old crossout designators to stop whatever you need. A 2-1 split on the Molcharmies. That's kind of cute. Hey, if you don't have access to the 3rd Perulia, I mean, there you go. Or the 3rd Fool Wars. Actually citing the 2 Perulias as well to bring them on in. 44 cards. This should be pretty considerably close to the other list that you saw just a little bit ago. Alright, and then we also do have Centurion. This build is actually choosing to play the Chimera. I like that. We're also doing a package of Kashtira cards in here. 2 Fenrir, 2 Unicorn, which is fine. 1 Wake Up. I see we chose to play the Silo Hat trick instead of the Azaroon. I don't know if I agree with that, per se. It does open up some doors for some other play lines, for sure. But I don't know, it kind of feels a little bit bare. Alright, ooh, we have Tier for you here. Doing 2 Beast King of the Swamps. Little options there, that's kind of cute. 2 Fenrirs, and we are just playing the tier caches. No unicorns or anything like that, that's fine. Maximizing on the triple scream. Since we do get to mill a lot, we are actually choosing to play the Black Goat Lefts, which, I mean, honestly, you should be. Tier had some interesting success out of the weekend, and I like that a lot. Alright, we also do have the Dynamite FTK. You get to play the wannabes in here, so you can go find the Banquet of Millions. This deck wants to go first because you want to force banish 15 off of this to strip your opponent's entire extra deck. You know, once you get the chance to do this, well, you know, you've done your thing. Alright, it's just DD Dynamite and go. You just have to be able to find the pieces in order to do this. You know, you also have kaijus to kind of assist you along the way for finding and building the out network for this. Alright, we also do have more Ubel for you here. 2 Spirits, 2 Track, 2 Nightmare Pain. We are playing the Monster Reborn trap, which is fine. And once again, you see this final bringer of the end of times down here. This card saw so much play. Like, I am just genuinely impressed out here with how good this card actually has been for a side deck option. Like, people are eating this up, and it is just performing so well. Alright, next up, we have more Mermail for you. Can't say I'm not surprised to still see very similar variations to what we were doing earlier. You know, 2 Abyssine. The 2 Hand Rippers might feel a little bit weird. I do like 3, just to have that key knowledge to know what you have to play around. Do not underestimate what getting knowledge does for you. Alright, it is very, very important. Alright, if you don't have knowledge, you're going to have a bad time out here. And then we also have Labyrinth. I see we are sporting off 2 Impulse, 1 Purge. That's an interesting choice of things, but I mean, you're not going to try to activate this from your hand. We are also doing full Fiendsmith combo in here, so these are just going to be trap cards that we're going to be trying to set so we can actually use them to maximize advantage. And of course, the full March Army squad in here as well. But I like this. I like this a lot. A lot of good options. And I'm happy about that. So make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.